What's up, guys? It's KingDaddyDMAC, and welcome back to another episode of Miggin' and ModSauce. All right. How's everybody doing? I'm doing pretty good. I am pretty excited because today, yes, we are in the quarry world, and we are going to get back to messing around with our quarry. That's right, and we're at least for the beginning, and we're going to see what's up. I've been crafting up over the last week a whole heck of a lot more power storage, as well as, what do you call it? Power production. Yeah, power production. A whole bunch more solar panels. We're going to take a look at that today, and the core is working pretty well, at least during the daytime. It's still not going max speed, but we're on a speed 3, and as you can see, it's going through pretty quickly without too many hiccups. Right now the sun's going down, so maybe we should quickly sleep. I don't think anyone else online. Let's quickly sleep. Can we shut you down, please? There's something up with some of the gear that makes this funny. Or maybe I can't sleep in here. I don't think I've ever tried to sleep in this dimension before. Anywho, we can see, yes, it's really weird ever since we did the last update. It used to be daytime all the time here. Of course, it wasn't really daytime, but it seems like daytime all the time here. And now it's not like that, so that has to be something with the config maybe, or who knows. Anywho, the quarry is over halfway done. We can see, let's go ahead, press 9. Yeah, there we go. So the quarry's up to here. We've already done from here to here. We just got to go from here to there. So not too much left at all. I'm excited. Now, originally people were saying that if we had this quarry going at the max amount of power like that it needed, it would take about 5 days to do a quarry. And it's probably been about like 10, maybe even, it's been a while. It's been way more than 5 days. So we're going to try and fix that today. Hello, TFC. Try and fix that. And what we currently have is this capacitor bank, and it is, I think we ended up doing 9x9, maybe it was 8x8. Actually, where's my measuring tape? That does not go in there. Measuring tape, where art thou? Measuring tape. There we go. So currently we have this from here to here. And it's still a pretty big one by most people's standards. Okay, so it's 9x9. And then we have 7x7. For this, 7x7, right? Yeah, 7x7. So not big enough. I think that I'd like to today try and get this to a full 16x16 for both the bank and the solar panels. And how are we doing on liquid storage? Liquid storage is still doing well. I've used up a whole bunch of the lava, but we've almost filled the bedrockium drum there. And the oil, yeah, we're pretty close to that as well, but we have plenty of power reserves. So I got this switch right here. Why don't we flip that guy off? I also want to move the power and everything out of the core world because we've talked a little bit and we're probably going to reset the core world. Since I'm not here on the weekends and every day, I want to make sure that all this stuff is out of here. And of course, this is empty right now. So we're going to start moving everything out. We're also going to want to move the windmills. So anyway, why don't we get this all packed up? And let's take a look at how much I've crafted. Wow, this is so weird. Look at that leg. Oh, it's going crazy. Maybe I should knock the solar panels off first. That might be good. Anyway, I'll see you guys back in a moment. This is going crazy. Oh, man. All right, guys, so I got it all removed, and I was trying to find a good place to put our new power station. So I want it to be 16x16, so exactly a chunk. And this I wanted to first put it near KingCo, just so that we could be close to monitor it. We may need to move it, because I heard a lot of people were saying that there might be problems with lag having such a big multi-block structure. But I'm going to try it here for now. We'll see. If we need to make an even more alternate location, then we'll do that later. So, and I couldn't, by the way, I've been working on KingCo. I've been building it up. I've been working on it more. You guys have been asking me. Let's press F9 and toggle that off. You guys have been bugging me to work on it more. So I've been building up the next stage of the structure. And I got I guess, all the like rafters and main things in for the second floor. So pretty cool. Last episode we did all the modular force field stuff. I was having a little bit of problems with it. And by the way, thanks guys. A lot of people were telling me what I had wrong with it, saying that it was probably because I had the custom module in there. I did test it without it, and it still was giving me problems. So I don't know. I'm going to give that more testing before we get back to it. But we needed to build this whole second stage, this whole second floor, so that we could make a copy of it and then be able to duplicate it going up. And we couldn't do that with all the wiring and machines that are in here. So anyway, that's going on in the background. That's kind of been what I've been up to and doing, other than just crafting. But anyway, let's get back to this place. Oh, and I wanted to show you, there is not, let me put that chunk thing back on by pressing F9. There is not like a solid good chunk. I don't know that it has to really be all in one chunk, but I feel like it might be a little bit better if we do. This was like the closest one, this section, but it overlaps with the path, and I didn't want to have a big ugly capacitor bank right there. Eventually we can move it to downstairs and it'll probably be better, but for now, yeah, there's just no good spot because it overlaps something everywhere. Plus it's super close. So we'll just make a separate power station. For now, this is still in render distance, so it still could be problematic, but we'll find out. We'll be able to see when we look in this direction, does this cause lag? So I got a little structure, and it's even cool. We got like a little house. A little house. In one of the first episodes, I think I talked about that we, when we found this new area, of maybe starting to live in here. And we never did. But anyway, this will be like our power station house, and I think that'll be pretty cool. And we can have like something, a little tunnel going over to the underneath here. Anywho, yes, let's get to business. Let's get this going. And I think I'm just out of range. Oh, come on, let me in. Let me in. Just out of range of this. Let's get that in. We don't need all this. Oh, I want some. Let's grab some back. Let's just go, that should be good. Let's get out our builder's wand. Let's use the super builder's wand. It's so funny. So many people said, that's just the creative wand that you renamed. No, it's not. It's legit to get. It's not the creative one. It is the super one. There is a big difference. And you know what? We should actually do that in a few episodes. But this was a gift from Top Mass. You have to do the second ritual in order to get it through extra utilities. Anywho, here's our little platform, and let's start to lay these down. Now, I had to craft up a whole bunch more of these, but let's see. So if I lay these all down, there's a little bit of power in them still. It looks like when oh, that's right. These retain power. That's interesting. So right here, if I hold shift, if I don't hold shift and I right click, it opens up the GUI of the capacitor bank. But if I hold shift, I can do a row like this and do builder's wand of them. Isn't that awesome? Makes putting in so much faster. Last one. Bam. All right. Well, that's just the first row. I want to go up much higher. So let's see. How many more capacitor banks we have? Let's lay in the next row. This is going to be the most mammoth storage thing on the server, I think, for power. I spent so much time crafting these. It's just redunculous. All right, so that's good. Now we can use the builder's wand. All right, and now we're out. So let's see how many I actually crafted. Let's see. Bank. Look at this. 2,870. Isn't that nuts, guys? That took so long. So many resources. All right, let's fill up our inventory, and we're just going to keep on going. We're going to make this as big as we possibly can. So, boom. Oh, it's so awesome. So, I'm going to cut out. Let's see how many rows of this we can actually do. I'm thinking I have at least, I didn't do the math, but I think that I have enough at least to do like 8+ of them. Let's just see what's going on here. Uh-oh, is this not linking in right? What? I break it and then connect it back. Did we go too big? Does this not go this big? Where, it looks like right there is where it's split off. Maybe we have too many. See how you can see that line going all the way across? Oh, this is weird. Oh no, it's charging up. Look at that because of my because of my plate. Because of this thing. Because I was holding it, it was charging it. Oh, that's weird. Alright, I'm going to have to knock those ones, I think, back off, and then we'll put them in again. I don't know why it was acting like that. Just so weird. Anyway, guys, we'll be back in a moment. Holy moly. So this took a little bit of time figuring out exactly what the max dimensions were. Apparently, once you get up to 2,145,000. Once you reach that, if you add any more, it doesn't make any difference, at least for this multi-block. So you can see where it's at right now. That same number, 2,145,000. Is that the right number? Yeah. So as soon as if I add another one on, look, it doesn't go up any higher, and then this one starts to be a new multi-block. So kind of interesting. Now, also, look at this. So let me remove these two. So this one's a separate one. If I removed this block, that will immediately, in the update, change to the other multi-block. So anyway, we made a lot more. We might have made a lot more than we need. This is all that we have left. It's kind of nutballs. And I probably should I didn't knock them all out. It's kind of annoying because every time I wrench this, the whole thing updates and I got to wait till it's done updating before I can wrench the next one. So it's a little annoying. So I'm going to leave it like that for now, but I'll probably redo it and find what dimensions can be like exactly a cube or something like that. But that's cool. So we've got now over double the power that we had before that can pump in potentially to a tesseract. So next thing on the list is to find out, okay, this is the storage. How much power can we put into it? So we've been working with solars. I'd like to get, let's see how many we have. So I've crafted up 110 more, plus the ones that we already had. So why don't we go ahead, let's see, where did I put the ones we already had? I think they were in here. All right, so 50 more here, that's a tier 5. And let's see how much we have. Solar tier 6. This is, I really just can't believe that I even crafted up this many. So 2.5 stacks. That's nuts. That is nuts. I know, eventually we're going to fill the entire roof. If it's even possible. That's a lot. But eventually we will fill even the entire roof with solar panels. That's my goal. That's my goal for this series. Anywho. Let's fill this all up. I wonder if I can use the builder's wand. That's too funny. All right, so let's builder wand. All these on. 4 left. Okay, we got plenty more. Oh, that's so crazy. Bam. It's already filling up. Let's start on this side. On this one, we're not going to be able to completely cover this one. But we'll get close. We'll get close. Pam, pam. Oh man, this is just so nuts. How many do we have left? 9 left. And 3. All right, cool. So both these guys are filling up. This is a lot of power. Whole lot of power. I'm going to let these guys fill up. It's about to be nighttime, so I'm going to go sleep. In fact, let's craft up some more. Let's see, I want this to be symmetrical. So let's knock that one off. Let's put this one back over here. Let's see, so we need 1, 2, plus, how wide do I have this? Let's see how wide we have it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6, 7, 8. 8 more. Let's craft. I don't even think I can craft up 8 more. I went until I ran out of materials again, and we're about out of lapis. Let's see. So we wanted 6, 7, 8. Can we even do that? No, out of lapis. So we need to get that quarry back going again so we can get more lapis. So I'm going to go sleep. And then why don't we get the rest of the power? It should be easy to hook the power back up. Just got to plump a a solar panel on, or a tesseract onto it. All right, so I just slept, and I noticed in the messages, it tells you right there, capacitor is at max size. Is that when I clicked on it, or is that when I set down a block? Let's just find out. So when I have it, and I set it down, is it when I try and set on another that it said that? Let's see. So if I set down another, yeah, see, it's at max size. All right, so that's a good indicator too. I didn't notice that before. But now I know. Now I know. So let's go ahead. Let's I should probably let it fill up a bit. We got some more capacitors in there. Let's just toss them in. And tesseract. I think I had it in this chest over here. All right, and you know what I want to do? I want to remodel this just a tad so that we can set the tesseract down. And I know this isn't an even. This is an even number across. It's not an odd number. It would be nice if I could just set the tesseract and they'd both connect. But that's okay. We're going to set it right. We'll set it right there. And this tesseract, it's on the Quarry signal and it's on send only. So let's redo these guys. See how annoying that is to pick up? Right, and let's set this so that it's like bunk, bunk. All right, and let's go ahead and take a look at the configuration. So right here, right now it's on input. Let's just switch it over to output like that. So now it should be powering the Quarry at this rate of an output, which is more than what we're making. But I think if we do from this side too, do I have this extra one right here? Let's plop that down. So I should be able to then plop this guy over here and do the same thing. And this way it can pull from both. Now, I don't know if it will take from both simultaneously or if it's going to choose, we'll probably choose one side before it starts sucking out of the other. So this one is, looks like it's going, it looks like it's going down. But then up, but then down. What about this guy? This one's steadily going up. So it's looking like it's choosing this west side before it's choosing the east side. So I should probably also figure out which side the tesseract prefers to pull out of first. And there is a significant a number of solar panels on that side. So it would make sense. But anyway, we are sending a whole bunch of power. Let me figure out how many did I had? I had 2.5 stacks. Let me just do a quick calc to see how much RF that is during the day. Holy cow. So 2.5 stacks, that came out to, I think, 160 solar panels. And that times the 4,095 that is during the day when they're generating power. You can see when I shift click on it right there, 4,095. That comes out to 655,200 RF a tick during the day. That's craziness. And I think that might actually be enough to get this Quarry continuously going at max speed. I hope, plus this amount of storage, which is just a redunculous amount. I'm going to sit and I'm going to kind of watch this for a couple days. And in fact, why don't we head back to the Quarry and just see what it looks like? Oh, and I got to chunk load this before I forget. That would not be good. Let's go ahead. And here's a situation where we could use a spot loader. Nice. Thank you, Mr. Spot Loader. And since we built this all into a single chunk, that is pretty handy. Pretty handy indeed. Let's go run on over here. And we can just throw our spot loader right there. And it should be loading. Let's just double check. Yep, loading this chunk right here. Very nice, very nice. I like. Okay, so let's go take a peek at the actual Quarry and see how she's doing. Holy jeez. That looks like it's a good amount faster from what this looked like in the beginning of the episode. Ooh, it's getting a few little lags. But that might be just when I'm moving, loading in some new chunks. Let's just kind of sit here and watch. Oh, baby. That is quite fast. Now, I think this is actually maxed out. I think so. It's getting a little bit of hiccup, but again, that still could just be my client receiving the information. Dang. So I'm going to let's go check that chart again that we did a couple episodes back when we figured out how much power actually required. And why don't we also take a look at the quarry just to see if it's in itself, if its own buffer is filled up. Oh man, that's so awesome. That is so awesome. Now what I'm super excited about is in the next update, this is going to be taking even less power, like way less, enough that we could probably run like 4+, maybe even more than that of those. Ooh, look at Meteor. So let's run back and let's actually look at the buffer. Oh man, I'm not too happy about this. It's showing right there. It's not showing us what the buffer is anymore, which is kind of unfortunate. That was like the main way to tell what was going on, but it looks like it's 10 million RF buffer that it needs when it works. I'm thinking that's ever since the update. This is the first time we've actually checked that since the update. So I'm thinking that option might have just been pulled out. I would pick it up and set it back down, but I really don't want to do that when it's so close to being finished. I wouldn't want it to start the scan from the beginning. So anyway, let's just look at this chart again that we made. Let's put on all of our armor again. Don't want to forget that and lose everything. All right, so this guy, we said we needed all stone 37. I think these numbers all ended up being ×9. But if the entire thing was obsidian, based on this, we should be able to do it. But I think we got to take these numbers ×9. So realistically, if it was all stone, we got it. If it was all ores, we wouldn't have it. But we'd be getting close. Definitely be getting close. So I think that's pretty cool. We need more power. And we can't do solar panels. So we got to start to think of what other power sources are there. There's a lot of different stuff people have been suggesting. But let's run back. I'm going to go AFK at the actual power storage. And I want to just go through the whole night to see if this is enough of a buffer to last us. And so far we have still this whole tank. This tank is actually full. So that's kind of cool. And in fact, you know what? These are producing 0 at night, but we should probably set this up so that these are linked somehow between the two of them. Because if this one fills up, all those solars are being wasted. So we probably don't want it directly touching. We'd probably want to have two like energy nodes or something pumping into both of them. So we'll figure it out. I'm going to hang out here and see what happens. Oh man, this is pretty bonkers. The sun's coming up right now, so they're going to be generating power again soon. Yep, they're already starting to generate power again, and look at how much we still have. Oh, that's bonkers. That is awesome. Oh man, this is going to start filling up soon too. It looks like that's where it's draining out of mostly. So you know what? I might want to set up 2 separate Tesseracts, one for each, or combine these and just make it shorter. Oh baby, check it out. So I finally found what I could make a cube with, or I guess it's not a cube. It's what do you call it? This is a cube of some sort. But anyway, so the max size of this is 429 blocks. That gives us that 2,145,000. So that's perfect. So I have enough to do, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. 4 of the max size ones. And I'm just going to have them piggyback off of each other. I left 1 block space, and I'm thinking, I think the hyper, is it called the hyper transfer nodes? I think those can move the most energy the fastest. So I'm thinking maybe doing I forget how much those do. I feel like it's a million RF a tick, maybe? Maybe it did more than that. But the Ender I/O wire is definitely not going to be enough. I guess I could do a bunch of them, but I think with maybe like 2 to 3 hyper transfer nodes each, I think that should be able to move the power through each of them. So anyway, let's put the solar panels now on. And bunk, 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 bunk. I think this should be good. We have enough solar panels to fill up at least one of the tops of these. And then we can make adjustments, add more, add less, change things up as we go along. Oh, you know what another thing I could do? I could just do a tesseract for each one. Since I think tesseracts can do unlimited, and just go in one to the next and just do it like that. That might be even cheaper / better. I just don't know. Anyway, let's see. So this is less than a full chunk now. So the extra sides I can do would be like this side and that side. So why don't we put on some of these extra solar panels here. Boom, like that. And like that. And then I should be able to just do the config and change these we wanted. Those are all input, I believe that's right. Yep, input. That's good. So this should be filling up like crazy fast. Perfect. I'm still debating whether we should try the hyper transfer node or just do tesseract. I feel like tesseract might be a little bit cleaner and better. So I can just go this to that, that to that, that to that. That would actually be perfect. So let me get that set up. All right, guys. So you know what? I broke down. I thought about it. The hyper transfer nodes, if they work, is just so much easier. We have so much 8 times compressed bedrock and just, oh man, it's just nuts. We might as well use it. I don't have to be stingy with this stuff. And it's a pain in the butt to make tesseracts. So let's put this stuff in here. Do I even have a pattern? I don't even really need a pattern. Let's look up hyper. No, it's not called hyper. What is it called? Transfer node. Yeah, hyper energy. All right, well, let's make a bunch of these. So let's see. If we did 2 each, so 2, 4, 6, 8. 8 would be probably more than enough. Let's see how that fares for now. And then we have the rest of the materials back at the base. Let's pop through here and let's kind of see how the frame rate feels. I'm going to bring this up so you can see. Yeah, the FPS is kind of low. We just went through a portal. I don't know. Why does my FPS feel so low right now? I don't know what's going on. Anyway, let's hop over here. Yeah, FPS does feel really low right now. Let's see. F3A. F3. That's kind of strange, and it might be partially because I'm recording and partially because it's nighttime right now. I don't know. But anyway, let's throw this node on. Let's see. Where do we want to put it? I don't think it really matters. We can throw it on a corner. So let's throw it on, and we want to set this. Let's see. So this top one is going to be an output. So that's input right now. We want output. Okay. Output, input. So this guy should be filling up. Yep, we can see him filling up. How are we doing here? Holding 0 RF. Okay, I'm convinced this is a bug now. Very convinced this is a bug now. Oh, you know what? The input and output is exactly the same. So let's change this down. No, we want the output to be that. 2145000. We want the input. And I gotta make sure I'm looking at the right one. Okay, the input, let's put this down now to like 1,000 or 100. And it's still showing 0 there. Why is he showing 0 there? It is filling up though, so we know that it is transferring the power. Just so weird. Bugginess with this. All right, let's put it back up. 2145000. I just no likey how you not show how much you're doing. But I think that, look at that. It's pretty dang fast. One may be enough. I guess we'll find out as which one of these, if it's empty or not. So let's go. Let's change this to... Where is it? Right here. Let's change that to... Nope, not input. Disabled. We want that input. We want that output. Output. Okay. Doing good. Now you're filling up. Dang, look at how quickly that filled. It's almost filled in just that time. Or am I taking this long to do this stuff? That is a good question. Okay. And then this one we're going to put also to output. Output. Awesome. So that may actually be enough. That is super quick. Look at that. Almost filled the entire bank. Just craziness. All right. So now that we have all that, why don't we throw our tesseract on? And let me just double check where the chunk border is good. That's within the same chunk. I know the chunk stuff probably doesn't matter, but I just like to be extra super duper careful. I'm going to throw the tesseract right here in the corner, because that's where I want it. And it's on Quarry, and it is on send only. All right, so this should be sending enough power. I believe that's more than we need to send over there. And we should have enough storage to last every single night. And I think the generation, the total amount of generation that we have, I think that should be enough. I really do. I think this should be enough. So I'm going to wait. I'm going to let this completely fill up. In fact, we'll find out if it completely fills up over the night. Of course, these had a little bit of their own internal storage. But I'm just going to kind of chill and see how this does with the Quarry. I think we'll get done very quickly. All right, they are all filled up. This is pretty bonkers. I kind of feel like my Quarry must be turned off right now because they're all full. They're all full. This one's full. Are the solar panels full? Nope, the solar panels, they're going up though. Look at that. They're all going up. Do we have the Quarry off? Let's go check this. This is bonkers though. We have so much stored power. I don't think I've ever seen that much stored power. Ever. And I don't think I've ever had that much stored power on a server before. And this is not the Quarry. Alright, let's go to the Quarry world. Alright, this is turned on right now. Oh my goodness, so let's go check it out. Let's go check it out. This is pretty bonkers. And if this doesn't do max speed, I swear. Holy cow. Holy cow, that's so fast. Look at that. It went in the time that it took us to do this episode. Look at this. I think this is the final chunk in our thing. We were like 600 blocks away. How far are we? Look at 900. So it did 300 blocks worth of chunks in just the amount of time to set up that thing and record. It's so fast. And let me see something else. I think part of the lag on this, let's go. If you go into your thing and you type in, what is it? COFH TPS, like that. It'll tell you what's going on in all the worlds. And you can see right there in the overall, it's doing 51.67 ms. For that number, you never want to be above 50 on your server. And you can see we are right above 50. And because of that, the server is only performing at 96%. I believe that's what that means. Now, once it hits that number and it's going above that number, and you can see like it's just actually each thing adding up a little bit. Somebody must have done something big in the mining world recently, because that number went up quite a bit. But you can see like the moon, the spectral world, the compact machine world. That's actually a mod I want to get into real soon. It looks really cool. Most everything, the deep dark, that's like really low. The overworld super high. And the nether's not that high either. The overworld's pretty high, but the point of all this, the point of why I'm saying this, is that seeing how this is going through the blocks and how sometimes we see a little bit of lag, that might just be the server playing catch up because it's actually behind in all of its performances. So I'm sure we could add a little bit more power. I'm sure we're not quite max yet, but we are getting dang close. I don't think we're going to be able to get this going too much faster. And it looks like it finished the chunks over here, and it's all the way back at the beginning now. So I'm going to have to do a whole bunch of flying. And by the way, every time you fly through the world like this, we're loading and unloading chunks. So it causes quite a bit of stress on the server. So instead of going all the way back, I think that's about it. I'm going to try and improve our system even more. I want to find out if it lasts the night and if I can not have to worry about the whole solar thing now with that much extra storage. Hopefully that's the case. I didn't do the math for it to find out if that's good enough, but it should be, hopefully. So anyway, am I getting all the mine carts? I know we can go through here. See how it's not picking up all the wood? I think there's a lot of just like chests full of stuff that we can go through and find just chilling in the quarry. Look at all this stuff. It doesn't pick up spider webs. It's so weird. I know it used to pick these up. I don't know why it's not now. Like it should pick up everything. We have the hole upgrade. Oh, look at, there's a cave spider spawner, and check it out. Any new stuff? Pile of ashes, safari ball, coal coke, and thorns. Cool. You know what? Let's go through and let's go discover a couple of chests. I'm going to break this. So we have no need for spawners. Do we get a broken? And look at, we got a broken spawner. That's so awesome. Any more chests? I want to find more loot. Oh man, this is so dangerous. I didn't have my chest plate on. That's so bad. Let's get this on. That cave spider could have done a number to us. Let's be careful about these transfer nodes. So there's another one. This is just so easy to find loot now. It's really cool. Railcraft's another new mod that we got in here. Jailer ball, sweet. There's a lot of good stuff in here. Whole heck of a lot of good stuff. I wish it picked up all this wood though. That would be nice. I mean, just from all this stuff, we could probably not have to do a tree farm. All right, let's look for more loot. It's really neat to be able to see what a whole mine shaft would look like if it was by itself. Biomes aplenty. Man, there's a ton of Railcraft stuff in these. That's kind of crazy. And this is all newly genned area because Railcraft's fairly new. Ars Magica, more Railcraft. Jeez, Railcraft. Give some of the other mob loot a chance. Alright, so let's go look for a few more chests. Oh man, this is kind of crazy. I'm 3 for 3 now with broken spawners. And I was thinking in that whole like moon world, in those dungeons that just, you know, there was something with the mod that you'd always get to pick up broken spawners. But it looks like I'm always picking them up now. And it's also looking like all these, the generation of loot to all these new mods is way too high right now. Every single dungeon chest that we found here, I guess these are not really considered dungeon chests, but all the rail chests just have the new mods. Ars Magica and Railcraft. And you know, it's kind of weird. They have a lot of safari balls too. It seems like it's a little more common than normal. Anything good here? Diamonds! No, not diamonds. Mana fused ore. I don't care about them banana craft ore. Any more? Whoa. Rendering in. Alright, so this is definitely a little different. Anyway, yeah, the server's having a fit right now. So why don't we cut out? Wow, so I'm all the way at the end. No more dungeon chests. Yeah, the night's more than halfway over. And this still looks like it's going full power, so this is pretty cool. This is pretty cool indeed. This should be right near the edge or pretty close to the edge. Yeah, there's a lot of changes since this update. Because it's weird. It used to mine all the wood, now it isn't. Very strange, very strange. So let's head back. Let's just see how our power's doing. Now that the night's almost over. Shia Highlands. Whoa. Bugging out. Bugging out. Let's see. Power, power, power. Oh, look at that. So it's drained all the power out of here. So, I mean, this is a little deceiving. You might think, oh, well, it's only done one of them. But all this internal storage, too, is drained. And this is a lot. Each one is 60 million. And we had 2.5 stacks of them. But it went through all this guy. Now we're into this guy. And that drains quick. But I think we'll make it. I think we'll make it. It's the moon. The moon's going down. I think we'll make it. And I think that we'll have plenty of storage. Oh, baby. This is so good. This is so good. Yeah, that's way more than enough power it needs. So that should actually be max power. If I'm wrong, let me know in the comments. I could be. I'm just guessing. But I'm pretty positive that is far more power than we need from one of these on max output. We'll still test it, and you guys can let me know in the comments. I'm going to try and craft in between this episode and next episode, if we get enough lapis, craft up a whole bunch more of these solar panels. And once we have proven that we can power the quarry max power on solar panels and other power, then we'll get into the nether star generators. I just wanted to prove I could do it without. Because you know what? You can do anything with the nether star ones. They're so cheaty. They're so cheaty. Yes, they are cheaty. And I did say cheaty, but cheaty's good. Cheaty's good. Anywho, yes, I'm getting tired, guys. It's pretty late, and we did a whole heck of a lot today. I think that's cool. I'm happy with what we got done. Make sure, if you're happy too, to leave a thumbs up, because I love them, and it lets me know that you guys are appreciating the episodes. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe so you can be first to watch the episodes. And, yeah, in the comments, let me know any of your thoughts about these, about all of our power storage with these capacitor banks. Sorry, searching for that word, trying to remember. Let me know about the transfer nodes in between them, if you think that's good, bad, if I could be doing something better. And, yeah, and let me know, are we powering the quarry now at max power? Just so I can know I can be done. Anywho, thanks for watching. Until next time, peace out.